Breakfasting on Olympus, the pre-fashion show Hilarity. On the whimsical peak of Mount Olympus, where the clouds appeared like silken cushions and the air shimmered with the mirth of hidden nymphs, the Greek gods and their peculiar friends gather for breakfast. It is a serene, whimsical place suffused with golden light and surreal beauty, an ethereal cafe nestled amidst ambrosial gardens and glittering fountains. Today, the gods were not merely indulging in celestial chatter, they were planning and rehearsing for a zany fashion show known as Divine Duds of Madness. Scrumptious dishes lay before them, an array of culinary delights that were as much a feast for the eyes as for the palate. Hades pokes at his blossom pancake, a stack of golden flapjacks topped with edible floral joy. Zeus chortles playfully while devouring his thunderbolt croissants, their buttery layers crackling with every mischievous bite. Poseidon tucks into his tidal wave omelet, bursting with flavors of the ocean. Demeter revels in her harvest fruit salad, an explosion of color and freshness. Hermes flutters excitedly over his winged waffles, drizzled with ambrosial syrup. I must confess, Hermes, cackles POSEY CROSSDRESSER STRAWMAN, adjusting his colorful bow tie, if I prance about in feathered heels, do you promise not to snicker? Only if you allow me to borrow them later. Hermes retorts with a wink, his grin broad enough to rival the Cheshire Cat. Conversations flow as rosily as the tea, each divine sipper supplementing their morning meal with a brew. Zeus busies himself with a cup of stormy Earl Grey, its strong flavor matching his robust personality. Hades opts for midnight black tea, its dark, velvety taste a perfect reflection of his enigmatic aura. Demeter gently stirs a fragrant lavender chamomile blend, perfectly suited to her nurturing spirit. Poseidon revels in a briny seaweed green tea, its unique flavor a nod to his oceanic realm. Hermes, ever the fleet-footed trickster, sips speedy ginger zest, its fiery tang echoing his quick wit. Amidst sips and bites, the motley crew discusses the special venue for their fashion caper. Blabbery Dollhouse, flapping like an overenthusiastic fledgling, prattles on about a floating runway suspended over the cascading waterfalls of Elysium. Not to be outdone, phantom pets weave ghostly suggestions of a glowing labyrinth made of clouds. I believe Olympus needs a touch of the ethereal madness, muses chatty quantum professor, his monocle glinting with academic whimsy. Let's embrace a theme of temporal absurdity, why not fashion attires that transcend time itself? SMIRKY finicky panda, barely pausing from his meticulous fruit arrangement, adds, indeed, I could prance about in a futuristic toga adorned with LED lights. What say you, Ellis the Elvis lookalike? Ellis, busily perfecting his peanut butter and banana honey sandwich, drawls out, now pilgrim, I reckon a celestial jumpsuit fit for the king would turn heads just right. As they laugh and deliberate, the suggestions splutter forth. Bossy topiary clown insists POSEY CROSSDRESSER STRAWMAN sport an ensemble stitched entirely from spring flowers, vibrant, fragrant, and ever bouncy. A moving garden, he exclaims, très magnifique. Bumptious gossipy cats, tails twitching with glee, suggest that Zeus might invigorate the scene by donning a crown of live electric eels. Simply shocking, wouldn't it be? They mewl in unison. Cranky palace playing card pages, their faces unreadable as their suits, propose elaborate garbs crafted from gleaming card stock. Let Ares wear armor of metal cards, they giggle, clicking their heels in sync. Whiny RHYMY tumbleweed, rolling languidly across the floor, moans, what a delightfully silly plight, can we get it right by night? Through the mingling chaos, Paradox Professor, ever cryptic, suggests anachronistic alchemist's robes interwoven with strands of the universe's paradoxical energies. Let's bend the continuum, shan't we? Not to be outdone in eccentricity, overly frank flamingo, standing on one leg with perfect poise, declares, perhaps Hera would take a mighty shine to a hat made of clouds and sunbeams. Poseidon, warmed by his tea's comforting sip, contemplates peculiarity with delight. For me, an aquatic mermaid tuxedo. Zeus, eyes flashing with delight, proclaims in his booming voice, you've all delivered a storm of ingenuity. Let us make fashion history. Their delicious breakfasts dwindling, the gods and their eclectic entourage continue the spirited planning. Shall this fashion frolic take place amidst the narcissus blossoms? Suggests Ellis, subtly adjusting his collar. Or under the watchful moon in Hera's garden? Oh, somewhere delightfully nonsensical. Shouts Naggy Gnome from atop a shimmering toadstool, his voice like a bell. Perhaps an invisible runway through the evening mist? Hades, eyeing his midnight black tea with affection, drawls, maybe near Tartarus, a twist of terror and tantalizing trimmings. Cackles emanate from peculiar plushies, tumbling like animated toys as they pipe in with, fashion on the phantasmagoria path. Delightful and whimsical. Tricky toys, wriggling amidst the clamor, suggest mechanical wings that flutter with every step. Let Hephaestus work his magic. Blamey Bum half-heartedly grumbles, if something goes amiss, I'll blame the stars, how fashionable. Scary Squirrel, scrutinizing their plans with a wry chuckle, adds, chaos caps and nutty accessories, surely our guests will love it. The musings flow forth in wild abandon, Anna's testy tea trier sip and savor, the air burgeons with creativity. Cloud capes. Clingy cloud clusters suggest, spun with the breath of the winds. The Mad Hatter interjects while balancing a teacup on his head, nothing less than madly marvelous. How about timepieces embedded in those couture outfits? Meanwhile, pranky palace playing card pages plot a practical joke, envisioning a hidden trapdoor on the stage. We'll prank them good, oh we will, they whisper and giggles. Posey crossdresser strawman, cheeks flushed with excitement, and perhaps too much tidal wave omelet, sighs dreamily. Imagine, phantasms of fashion. Hyper-fashionista Fifus and Fluff. John Candy, leaning over from his seat, chortles merrily, I'm in favor of a cotton candy coat. Sweet and surreal. As this preposterous gathering's tea steeps, a sense of divine yet hilarious inevitability veers the conversation into a whimsical serenity. All the world's a runway, quotes Mark Twain mused, his eyes twinkling. Through waffles and wonder, the gods in their quirks bound like invisible threads, weaving a fabric of spirited hilarity. They gleam hilariously at their ensemble approbation of forerunning follies. Wacky wizards, conjure their bewitched fashion, remarking, enchanting, we shall be. Blabbery dollhouse dreams multitudes of plush palaces, chirping, floating, but faithful. As they conclude the breakfast, Poseidon pauses. Remember, chaos becomes us, and fashion, our divine canvas. And so, with teacups clinking and laughter imbued with an ambrosial breakfast, the gods and their friends amalgamate their pre-event fashion modeling.